Good evening and welcome to TeeBee's Sunday Soul Show, which is live on YouTube, hopefully. I'm just waiting, the stream's all starting, and we have another fantastic show for you tonight, guys. Once I get the live stream up on my, it's not come up on my phone yet, but hi Janet Francis, first one in there tonight, and we have the usual stuff on the show tonight. We have Jethro's Trigger Tune. We have 3 Before 8 from my my son-in-law Craig, which is very exciting for him. And we also have some good news about the book They Danced All Night and the trilogy CDs. So I know there's still a few still to get the CDs, but I'll give you more information on that a bit later on. Well, that's everybody starting to come in. This is what I love to see on a Sunday night. Everybody's joining TeeBee for some soul for 3 hours. We've got Kim Tonke there, first in, one of the first in tonight. Linda Neville, Walter Preston, Anne Gallia, Mark Peachamry, Sandra Laverick, Fluff Johnson, Lynn Matthewson and Carol Cameron. They're all the number ones, are right in here right away. And Georgie will be joining us round about 7:30. Georgie's on day shift today, so she'll be joining us round about 7:30. Hi Bridget Wilcox and Jackie Hill, Leslie Weir and Johnson Mills, Martin Taggart, Sally Chappell, Don Martin. It's good to have you all on, guys. I'm just rabbiting on here a little bit just to give you a little bit of time to get onto the show. And hi from the Kirkpatricks. The Kirkpatricks are in the house. And we're going to start the show off with a request from Vincent Price. Haven't seen Vincent's name yet. Hopefully he manages to get on. And Vincent has got into a method of sending me a lot of Junior Walker tracks, and here's another fantastic track. Hi Melanie Cooper, Steve Ledbetter, Sean O'Hooligan, Tracy Redmond Husbands in the house, Robert Thompson, Stephen Booth, Albert Wilkinson, Lynn Billcroft, Stephen Whitehead and Michael Harrison. Here's Junior Walker the All-Stars, sent in by Vincent Price, way back home from 1971. The man can play that sax. Settle back, grab yourselves a beer. Hi Julie Baxendale. Hi Stephen Good.
From the rocks. Very good,
Congratulations, #1 show. Never missed the show, Bridget. Just share the link onto your timeline pages, guys. Yeah, it looks like the soul disciples are in the house. And I just ask you just to put the link onto your timeline pages, guys, just in case any of the people who watch the show are finding it hard to get on. But it seems to be working fine. So we've got 60 people in the chat room so far. That was a great junior walk in the All-Stars, and way back home from 1971. Next up, one from Linda Neville, and I know Linda's there. And this is Joe Armstead. And there's not many more left like her.
I'm always talking about my baby.
Ah, baby.
So everybody call me crazy.
Woo! Hi, Lorraine.
Couldn't care less because
Karen Simpson's in the house.
It's one of the best.
Good evening, Mo.
And it's not too many more left.
Hi, Richard.
Hey, it's not too many more left like him. Oh, you just can't seem to find his candle ever right.
Hi, Maisie, how you doing? So good and done it. Hi, Frank Watson. Hi, Stuart Cobb. On a Christmas promotion, love it. I know, Bridget. Hi, Foodie Lampingus.
So you can keep on calling me Bragging Joe. Yeah, the way a man loves me, you just wouldn't know. 'Cause it's not too
Hi,
many
Pete Harley.
Yeah, yeah. It's not too many more left than them. Oh, you just can't see.
Keith, Suzanne, and Maisie. Good to have you all on the show. Keep dancing, Maisie. Yeah, the great Joe Armstead. And there's not too many more left like her. And that was sent in by Linda Neville. Next up, as I say, guys, you have picked the whole show tonight. I have not picked, or have picked one record. I've picked Jethro's Trigger Tune this week. And that's the only record I have picked on the show tonight. You have picked every single track. So don't blame me if you don't like it. Just blame yourselves. But I've got to say, absolutely fantastic. Thinking out of the box, guys. You're picking it up really well. And some of the tracks that you sent in today are absolutely fantastic. Here's another one. I had not seen my wee pal Baz Oxley on, but he requested Maxwell and Ascension. Bit of a two-stepper. He's in before Bern Kemper, but Burns is coming up. Hi, Annette Sherlock, Michael Purcell, Matt Soulman Hust, down there in Hispania. Soulboy Smithy. by my little pal Baz Oxley.
It happened the moment when you were revealed, 'cause you were a dream that just should not have been a fantasy real.
Good evening, Jeffrey Jones over there in Chicago, and Janet O'Hare. Say hi to Jeffrey and Janet.
You made me feel good and feel nice and feel love. Gave me paradise. Woo. So shouldn't I realize you're the highest of the high?
Good evening, Albert Wilkinson. Eileen Taylor's in the house.
You don't know that I'll
Hi, Eileen.
so don't ever wonder.
Snowing in Chicago.
Shouldn't I
Hi, Ruth Claire, how you doing?
You're the highest of the high.
Evening, Kim Bradley.
You don't know that I'll say it, so don't ever wonder.
Hi, Karen Duke.
So tell me
Darren Greenwood's in the house.
how long's gonna take until you speak, babe? 'Cause I can't live my life without you here by my side.
Keep it up. Good evening, Robert Furness.
You gave me the feeling in my life. So shouldn't I realize? You're the highest of the high. You're the highest of the
How you doing?
high. If you don't know, then I'll say it. So don't ever wonder. Don't ever wonder. Shouldn't I realize you're the highest of the high? If you don't know, then I'll say it. So don't ever wonder.
Nice one, Belle. Yeah, the great sound of Maxwell, a little number called Ascension, which was sent in by my good friend Baz Oxley. I think we're meeting Baz Oxley at the Thompson Twins' 50th birthday party down there in Hinckley on the 9th of February. And remember, guys, if you're needing any G&T Club are requiring invites to that, you have to contact Jane Blundy Thompson to get invites. Don't just turn up. But it looks like it's going to be a fantastic night. Everybody booking rooms and going to be there, so I'm looking forward to that. Next up, Mr. Next Sherlock down there in Blackpool has given us Tavares, that 70s disco. And who done it? Wasn't me.
Who done it? Who stole my baby? Who done it? Everyone in the room looks shady. Who done it? Who stole my girl from me? Yeah. Who done it? Who took my honey? Who done it? I know the motive was not money. Who done it? It's a bedside mystery. Hey, where's the phone call? Sherlock Holmes.
And Tracy Redmond Hudgens is playing
Baby,
at the Thompson Twins party.
what's his name?
So excited.
No way, Jolly Jancy, if you can.
Come on.
Help me find those two. Won't you? Where were you on the
Cool this
track? I was by myself. She went
bags in the room. Girls, we've got to leave them at the door. And Who Done It, sent in by Annette Sherlock down there in Blackpool. Next up we have our two-stepper from Mr. Bernd Kemper over there in Germany, and this week he's picked Mr. Eddie Kendricks. And Carol, you need a change of mind.
Girl, you need a change of mind. Need a change of mind. Why must you pick it lines? Pulling bras and carry signs. Now I'm for women's rights. I just want equal nights.
Evening calls like no.
Yeah. Girl, you need a change of mind.
Come to you, Dick Baby. Hey, Big Postman. You're welcome in it. Well done, Dick Girls. Come on.
Just feel your love and change of mind. Love is an occupation.
Welcome back. We had it, people.
You keep my society. Please don't find love in me. Yeah, you did love, baby. What you say to that? Hey, what you say to that? Change of mind. What you say to that? Hey, baby, you need a change of mind. What you say to that? That I can change it. If it takes all night, let me try to change it. Hey, it's alright. I know you need me. I know you need me. Take my hand. I know you need me.
I'm going to get you, mate. about 7 minutes, that track, but it's a great track by Eddie Kendricks and Girl You Need a Change of Mind, which was sent in by Bernd Kemper. Next up we have one from Kim Ian Bradley, and it's the great Al Kent. I think Jethro and Janet met him in Detroit. Said he was an absolutely lovely guy. And the way you've been acting lately. Welcome, Bill. Al Kent and The Way You've Been Acting Lately, which was sent in by Kim and Ian Bradley. And I think, as Jethro just said there, Jethro met him in Detroit, and he said he was an absolutely lovely man. So moving on, as I say, guys, you picked every one of the tracks tonight on the show, and there's some classic tracks, no sorry, some fantastic tracks that are right out of the box, and I'm so chuffed that you're all doing that now. It makes a big difference, and that's probably what makes the show very special, because the tracks that are played are not heard out very often. So here's one, and I love this, from Susan Thornley Ellis. It's called, it's from the Sons of Kingdom, and it's called Hey There. These were Hebrew singers who went to Chicago, Chicago's South Side, and they brought this tune out. You can only get it on an Israeli 45, and it's called Hey There. Thank you, Susan. Hi, John Kenny. Chicago, down the south side, the Sons of Kingdom.
My faith is trying to distort. 500 years without joy. I know what the favorite toy. That's why it's still calling anymore. You know your heart was always cold. You know you cared about what goes. Why the children rock their roll. But you was trying to steal my soul. Hey, man, mama. Just look at me. I made no other notion. Back to where I'm supposed to be. Come on, dear, mama.
And it's out of the box. How did the rally go? Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, what a track. The fantastic Sounds of Kingdom. And hey there, sent in by Susan Thornley Ellis. Love it, Susan. Thank you very much. And that's what it's about, guys. This show works because people are picking tracks from out of the box, and that's just a pure classic track that has been picked out of the box by Susan. Well done. Next up, one from Jane Griffiths. I haven't seen Jane's name. Sound of the Falcons. And I'm a fool, I must love you. Thanks for joining.
And not infatuation. I know I can't stand this thing called humiliation. I've been around, but I never found one that makes me feel like you do. I must love you. I'm a fool, I'm a fool. I must love you, baby. I must love you. I must need you.
Sound of the Falcons and I'm a Fool, I Must Love You, sent in by Jane Griffiths. Just to remind you guys that it comes up as Ian Wright on the posts on the live chat, but it's actually Julie Wright from the Pyrenees, just so as you don't get mixed up. Right, next up we have my good friend Martin Taggart from down there in Carlisle, and he's another biker like my son-in-law who likes the bike racing and things like that. So we've got Julie Wright, we've got my son-in-law Craig Kirkpatrick, and we've got Martin Taggart, who are all bike people who like to ride their bikes. And Martin has picked the Staple Singers. Brilliant tune, Respect Yourself.
If you disrespect everybody that you're running into, how in the world do you think everybody's supposed to respect you? If you don't give a heck about the man with the
Shannon's from Sligo. Yeah, the great sound of the Staple Singers, sent in by Martin Taggart, and Respect Yourself. Next up, we've got one from Miss Kim Angela Tompkinson from down there in Birmingham, and Kim has picked G Player. Love is the answer. Next track, Kim. Bertie's in the house.
Into your eyes, I was always hypnotized by your spell, baby. You could always see through me. I was shooting you a line, babe. But you could not turn my winters into springtime. Big rainfall out of the sky.
Cherry beer in Belgium. Love it.
Love is the answer, baby. Let's try it. That's right. Love is the answer, baby. Love is the answer, baby. Let's try it.
Nobody else. No bad walker tonight. Listen, man.
Like the way when there's no sunshine. Like you reach step of the brain. Love is the answer, baby. Let's try it. That's right. Love is the answer, baby.
Yeah, the great sound of G Player and Love is the Answer, which was sent in by my good friend Kim Angela Tompkinson down there in Birmingham. Well done, Kim. Great track. I think it was went mad. Everything just keeps flashing up now. Right, guys, I've just got to say one of the things about Glasgow the other night. It was absolutely fantastic. Myself and Mike Dunn playing in Glasgow and at the Bar Liqueur. And I've got to tip my hat to Stephen Samaroff and Brian Matthews, who looked after us like lords and fed us. We had a lovely steak pie on the day we arrived, and we had breakfast the day when we were leaving, and the food was absolutely incredible. And if you're ever in Glasgow, go and visit Liqueur in the Merchant City. It's Liqr in the Merchant City. It's a great bar, and I'm going to be going back up there soon. So me and Mike will be doing some DJ spots up there, and it was a fantastic night. It wasn't really busy. It wasn't, you know, overall really rammed or anything like that. Probably the first gig I've done for a while that's not rammed, but it was a good night, and Mike Dunn played some fantastic sets. Hats off to him as well, absolutely fantastic. But Brian Matthews and Stephen Samaroff, great guys, and they look after you when you come into that bar. So if you're ever in Glasgow, pop into Liqueur. They'll make you welcome. Great bar. Next up, Gloria Jones and My Bad Boy's Coming Home by Michael Purcell. It's got that beat. It's got a TRH beat.
I've been away, and every hour seems like a day. I've been away.
Thank you, Trudy.
Too long. Heaven knows.
Not sure about the lineup.
And I only will. I know he's on his way. But bad boys coming home.
I'm not going to explain it here, Georgie, but I'm going to show. Show the door. I'm playing a phone here, so charge. Oh, I'm in the back.
I'll close my eyes and I said have fun. Well, you know he tried. Now he's coming home to stay. Never gonna go away. I know he's on his way. The bad boy's coming home. We walk down the street. My heart skips a beat, skips a beat. And everywhere we go, my heart keeps pounding and it lets me know that I can't stay from him too long. Yesterday, we said goodbye. I know he didn't mean
We're going to get another drink.
to cry. He's on his way. The bad boy's coming home.
Hi, Kevin Clapp.
Bad boys running.
No need for that, Don. Tell him, Jane.
I can see him
We're retracting that invite. Yeah, the sound of Gloria Jones and My Bad Boy's Coming Home, sent in by Michael Purcell. This is sent in by Steve Ledbetter, the great Solomon Buck. Cry to me.
When your baby leaves you all alone and nobody calls you on the phone,
What you doing?
don't you feel like a cry? Don't you feel like crying? Well, here I am, honey. Come on, cry to me. When you're all alone in your lonely room, and there's nothing but the smell of her perfume. Don't you feel like a crying? Don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like a cry? Come on, cry to me.
Thank you, Michael.
Oh, nothing can be said than a glass of wine. Loneliness, such a waste of time.
I'll have to pour more beer today.
You don't ever have to walk alone, but you see, oh come on, take my hand, baby. baby, won't you walk with me? Oh yeah, when you're waiting for folks to come in the night, but there's no one. Don't you feel like I'm crying? Cry to me. Don't you feel like crying? Cry to me. Don't you feel like a cracker, cracker, cracker? Cry to me. Cracker, cracker, crying. Cry to me. Don't you feel like a cracker, cracker, cracker?
Yeah, the great Solomon Buck and Cry to Me, sent in by Steve Ledbetter. This is from a good friend Paul Raymond Smith, who sends in all the instrumental. Another cracker from Junior Walker and the All-Stars. And Nothing But Soul. That's what you hear on TeeBee's Sunday Soul Show. And it's out of the box. Next up, the 3 before 8. Chaz, see you when you get home. More sexy sax, Carol. Get too much of it. Wilcox. Sharon's bumped the ties. George had to go and get her own beer. Terrible. Bad memory, mate. Sent in with my good friend Paul Raymond Smith, who sends me in instrumentals every week. Great guy, Paul. And that was Junior Walker and the All-Stars and Nothing But Soul. Next up, we come to that part of the show where we have our 3 before 8. And this week, which was put on me by Kim, oh, forgot her name now, Jackman. Said, get your son-in-law to do his 3 before 8. I says, okay. I says, I'll do that. Craig's quite new. He's a young boy. He's married to my daughter. And he's still learning a lot about Northern Soul, but he loves the music. And he's read Jethro's book. And he's quite into it, the Northern Soul. And he likes the fast tracks in the Northern Soul. And he loves all the dancing and stuff like that. So I just encourage him. No harm in that. He wasn't born to live the scene like we did, but it's good to have people like that that still enjoy it. And Craig is one of them guys. So here's number 1 from Craig, the great sound of Jackie Wilson. Nothing But Blue Skies.
Times are over. Unhappy days are move on over. Me and the parties, but I don't do.
So did that, Carol.
Hello, good times since I found you. Now there's nothing but blue skies for me tomorrow. Nothing but blue skies for all the sorrow. Nothing but blue skies for me tomorrow. Nothing but blue skies for all you.
Don't thank me, thank Craig.
I'm not down on it. It took me time to get me started.
She forgot.
I went to a much better day with you on this.
I lost me.
Standing my way. Found me nothing but blue skies for good tomorrow. Nothing but blue skies for all the sorrow. Nothing but blue skies for good tomorrow. Nothing but blue skies for all That's where you find me. I'm leaving all my cares behind me.
Are you dancing, Craig?
With you at my side, girl, there's nothing I like. I'll stick out my chest and honey, never look back. There means nothing but blue skies.
Straight from the Catacomb, Wolverhampton.
Nothing but blue skies from cloud to sorrow. Nothing but blue skies for me tomorrow. Nothing but blue skies for all you.
Yeah, the great sound of the man himself, Mr. Jackie Wilson, and Nothing But Blue Skies. That was number 1 from my son-in-law Craig. Here is number 2. Moses Smith and his girl across the street. It's just his favourite 3 tracks. That's what he likes.
No one knows where she came from. Everybody's singing together. She walks down the street, oh yeah. Oh, mama, there. When she passed them on her way, they start to whisper right away. They say, "How's that long little girl?" They say, "Where did she come from?" 'Cause I don't know. Tell me, who's that? Oh, don't she look so sweet, yeah? From the girl across the street. Oh, but the day that I saw her, she set my heart in a whirl.
Very close to Jeffrey's heart.
So she seems so lonely. I wanna
Just read the book, you'll know.
she's my kind of girl. With her,
Hi, Penny Stephen.
in my flame. Well, how can I when I don't know her name? So tell me, who's that lonely little girl? Tell me, where does she come from? 'Cause I don't know. Tell me, who's that? Oh, don't she look so sweet, yeah? Oh, girl across the street.
Get it, Moses.
Hey, baby.
No, he's not for the job, Karen, no. He's a welder.
Yeah, one day I'll get my nerve on. Oh yeah, I'll ask her out on
Headland Creek.
but I can't wait too long. Oh no, or I might just be too late. I'll go on her each and every day. When she passes your face.
Yeah, I like Pete Kemp.
Hey, little girl, tell me, where did she come
sound of Moses Smith and Girls Across the Street. And I think I played it in the last 2 weeks, and as Dec. Williams will tell you, if you read the book then you'll understand that why we say R.I.P. Kim, because it's all about Kim that Jethro met many years ago in the book. It's all written about in the book. So it's a very sentimental song to Jethro. But thanks for that, Craig. That was number 2. And here's Craig's number 3. And I think this was played last week in the show as well. But it's what Craig likes, and it says 3 before 8. And as I do every week, man, woman, man, woman. So it's a lady's choice next week. Is there anybody out there that I've not picked yet? Let me know. Here's the Contours. And don't thank me. Thank Craig. He's a good guy. And I can't stop this feeling.
Trouble going through my head, and at night I cannot sleep. In the morning I can't eat 'cause my love is gone. I'm alone, my friends.
Sure is, man.
You bet, 'cause soon you will forget, and it won't take long. You must be strong. When darkness covers me, my whole life's a tragedy. 'Cause one day she went away. I have to go. It's all that she said.
Well done, Craig.
And I can't stop this feeling. 'Cause in my heart I know I love her so, and the love it won't let go. Now I walk the streets alone, wondering where she's gone. Hoping she'll return. My heart yearns, 'cause my love will not die. No matter how I try, it's still her I need. Loving me, I'm trapped in yesterday. I'm just a dreaming castaway. Such a lonely man alone, remembering a love that's gone. Oh, and I can't stop this feeling. Oh, in my dreams I see her memory coming back to me. Oh, now there it goes again.
Legends speaks, baby.
The feeling deep within.
Not been in the toilet yet.
Oh, that keeps reminding me the way things used to be when our love was strong and pain was gone. But now hurt walks with me, caused by my memory of love in the past that didn't last. I'm
Julie Knight.
too deep, 'cause now I see there's no retreat. All of that was love.
You're welcome, Craig.
I have paid so great a cost. Oh, and I just can't stop this feeling. Oh, in my heart I know I love her so.
It's Julie Knight, Craig. She's using Ian's phone.
Oh, baby, I just can't stop this feeling. Oh, in my dreams I see her memory coming back to me. I can't stand it. I can't stop this feeling.
Yeah, the great sound of the Contours there, sent in by my son-in-law, Craig Kirkpatrick. Well done, Craig. Fantastic 3 before 8, as everybody has said. And thanks for all the posts to thank Craig for his 3 before 8. And that's what the show's all about. I mean, everybody that puts their 3 before 8 on, I love all your comments and thanking them for the 3 before 8, because that's what it's about. There's some great 3 before 8s, and that's another good one. Right, guys. Was I going to say something? I was, but I forgot. So I'll just keep going with next request is from Mark and Fiona Hudson down there in Spain, and they have picked the sound of James Walsh and the Gypsy Band. And it's 'Cause It's You, Girl from 1978. Fiona picked this, but Mark sent it in. City.
Burning in my heart forever. 'Cause it's you. For once in my life, I know you. Burning in my heart.
Mike Dunn's quiet tonight.
'Cause it's you.
Are you still there, Mike?
Well, all of the time was you never around me. All the
Too complicated, yeah.
night and day, girl, about the things we used to do and the things we used to say. But this love we change, yeah, and the love we make together will go on and on forever, girl. Now you're all I got, and I'm taking my shot. You're all that I got, and I'm taking my shot. Burning in my heart forever.
Hi, Dennis.
'Cause it's you, girl. I know you.
No, I don't think you have.
Burning in my heart forever, yeah.
Hi, Mike.
Well,
Dennis,
all of the time
hi, Julie Oldham. Mike Dunn, the Disco King's back. The heavy state in Glasgow. He doesn't play disco. And how was so long. Hi, Ben Walker. From Johannesburg.
I know it, I know it's you. Oh, I know you. 'Cause it's you. Oh, 'cause it's you.
Don's toe tapping. Good Don. Yeah, the great sound of James Walsh and the Gypsy Band and 'Cause It's You Girl from 1978, sent in by Fiona Hudson, but her man Mark sent it in from Spain. Great couple. Right guys, next up we have Michael Harrison. 4 voices. And with a lonely heart. Out in the box.
Now that you deserted, you must know that it's hurting me so bad. Whoa, you love, I'm in so much danger since you became a stranger in my life. Whoa, I ain't without you. You've been loving me so good, baby. I never thought that you would walk out that door and leave me all by myself.
Good job, Stephen. Don't let you win. Welcome, Michael.
He's the kind of guy that will only make you cry. He will hurt you. Don't listen to his sweet talk. You're the only one who will love you from
Let's go, Dad.
on. 'Cause I need you to find out. Baby, don't you go now. You've been loving me so good.
Nice one, Dad.
Baby, I never thought that you would walk out that door and leave me all by myself. Baby, with the lonely heart, such a very lonely heart.
Four Voices and With a Lonely Heart, sent in by Michael Harrison. I've got to hand it to you tonight, guys. Some of the tracks have been absolutely brilliant. And thinking out of the box, that's what we like in this show. Here's another one from Carol Cameron. And they keep coming back for more from Lorraine Rudolph, 1972. That's timings. Good evening, Joe McKenna Senior. How you doing, mate? I need this shit. Just what you have. Feel yourself.
We made a vow. We never part. I gave you love. All that I had. Right from the start. Now your kisses stays like it's goodbye.
Better work this. Bring it on.
I can't let you go. No matter what you do, I'll be right back for. Hey, I'll do anything to keep you here.
Go for your telly, Alex.
For our romance, this oh, can't you see? If there's a chance for our romance, I'll be back for more. I'll be back for some more.
Need a high number.
I'll be back, baby. I'll be back, baby. I'll be back for some more.
Stay with them. Yeah, the great Lorraine Rudolph. And they keep coming back for more from 1972, sent in by Carol Cameron. Another lady that's watched the show from day one and is here every week. And sometimes she's on shifts because she's a care worker, Carol, and she can't watch the shows every week. But what I was going to say was the catch-up thing works most weeks. I can put it on my YouTube page, but there's no guarantee. And what happened the other week was they blocked it worldwide because of one tune that I picked, and I couldn't put it on my page. So I disputed it with the record company, and I won. Hey, hey. So I can now play it. And it was the week that Stuart Corr had his 3 before 8. So I was quite chuffed with that. So I can't guarantee that the catch-up will be on every week. I'm just hoping that there's not. It only takes one small record company to put in a copyright claim, and then I can't put it on the show. Well, I can't put the show on my page. Just to let you know. Next up, Marcia Hines from the great Robert Furness. And I love this tune. You gotta let go. I played it in Glasgow.
I'm coming home. Your love is growing cold. We're coming to that moment in our story where the ending must be told. You don't want my love to fade, but you keep on holding on. What can I do? What can I say? Let's face the realization that there is no other way. You gotta let go. Been through all the changes, babe. Now the night is coming through. What else is there for us to do? There ain't no sense in clinging to the memory of you.
Right, we're holding it.
Go, baby. Gonna drive you crazy. You gotta let go, honey. We live a life from day to day. You know we can't go on this way. Can't go on living this way, baby. No, no. Can't go on this way. You gotta let go, baby. Gonna drive me crazy. You gotta let go, baby. We live a life from day to day. You know we can't go on
You're welcome, Robert.
this way.
Big man.
Can't go on this way, baby.
Saucy.
No, 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 no.
All the kids play.
Can't go on this way, baby. Please let go, baby. Oh, you got to let go. Can't go on this way, baby. Living a life from day to day.
Yeah, the great Master Hines.
Can't go on this way.
And you gotta let go. What a tune. Sent in by Robert Furness. I still play it out as a lot of you know, because I played it in Glasgow on Friday night. It's a great tune. Next up, this boy is he used to be on the show quite a lot when I was on Facebook, but he kind of lost us a little bit. And his name's Mick from Berwick. His real name is Mick Elliott, and he used to send me a lot of what do you call them, Jamaican soul records. And me and Mike Dunn were talking about it just on Friday night about, you know, the guy that sent in Jamaican soul records. And all of a sudden he comes back with another Jamaican soul record tonight, and it's quite a great one. It's the sound of the Blues Busters with a number called How Sweet It Is.
I wonder if you people
Tia Rachel like this.
understand how sweet it is to be in love. Are you ready, Lord? Yes, fella. There was a time when I would sing and say,
Are you there, Michael?
I'll never
Mick.
fall in love again. Now I know, darling, now I know, yes I know how sweet it is to be in love. Since I found you,
What would you got to say, Tracy?
whole life has changed, and I'm so happy to love you more each day. Yes, I know, darling, yes, I know, yes, I know.
He's there, Spirit of 69, Lambretta. That's Mick from Berwick. You're welcome, mate.
Yes, I know,
Jamaican soul.
darling, yes, I know, yes, I know how sweet it is to be in love. Let me tell you, people, what I have to say. Oh, find your true love and say the same someday. That you know, darling, that you know.
Yeah, that was the Blues Busters by, sent in by Mick Elliott from Berwick. Great to have you back in the show, Mick. And that was called How Sweet It Is. Next up, excuse me, the gas is taking over. Must be too much McEwen's export. Next up, Pat Pett has requested the sound of Lack of Afro. Now, this is thinking out of the box, guys. Right? See what you think. It's called Recipe for Love.
I got so much love to give, baby. Now what do you say? Why don't we spend a while on it? A little bit of this, take your time and let it stew. A little bit of that, take your time and let it brew. Let it slowly simmer before you bring it to the boil. Sprinkle it with sugar, not too heavy on the oil. A touch of me and you, up the heat but not too far. A little twist of ooh, and a pinch of ooh la la. A little bit of this, I'm giving you the best of me. A little more of that, I'm cooking up a recipe for standing on the crossroads. I've been waiting to watch you change. Whoa, bending over backwards, I've been hoping that we stay the same. Standing on the crossroads, I've been waiting to watch you change. Whoa, bending over backwards, I've been hoping that we stay the same. I've got so much love to give, I got so much more to give, baby. Now what do you say? Why don't we spend a while on it? A little dose of you, then add what's left of me. A whole lot more of loving, we can start a family. Slowly cool it down, don't let these things go cold. Cause I want you around until the days when we roll. Standing on the crossroads, I've been waiting to watch you change. Bending over backwards, I've been hoping that we stay the same.
Don't forget from
Standing on the crossroads, I've been waiting to watch you change.
welcome back.
Bending over backwards, I've been hoping that we stay the same.
Yeah, it's called Recipe of Love, and it's by Lack of Afro, which was sent in by my good friend Pat Pett. But that's what the show's about. Pick out tunes that are out of the box that people have not heard. Some people won't like, and some people will. I mean, we can take Tracy Redmond Husbands, Deke Penman, Mike Dunn. There's three people who send in tunes every week, and some of the tunes people like, and some of the tunes they don't. So that's the way it works. So that's what makes this show better than any other show. We don't play the top 500 in this show. Well, we play some, but not many. Next up, Suzanne Condé Kay and Keith and Maisie, my wee pal Maisie. I hope she stayed up and been allowed to stay up because she's probably got school tomorrow. Maisie's only 8, and she sent a request. Well, Suzanne sent a request in, and it was for Maisie. Here we go. Sound of 10 City. I don't know if it's for Maisie or it's for Suzanne. Great track though. And the way love is. It's a Bev Walker track.
Two people think they're proud to be together and live, love each other forever. They promise love a lifetime. Funny thing, then they change their minds. They both go home their separate ways. Love is just a memory, but a young heart doesn't stay sad long. Another love soon comes along. 'cause they both know they can't leave. That's the way love is. That's the way love is. That's the way love is. Love was me without reason, feeling strange, just like seasons. Love, nothing's the same. There's no use in pretending what's behind the curtain.
Sound of 10 City, and that's the way love is. That was going out to Suzanne, Condi Kay, and Maisie and Keith. Next up, we have a double request, and I've not seen her name on tonight, and I hope she's here. Kaz Huntley. I know she's been off Facebook and things like that for a while, so hopefully she can watch the show. And Kaz Huntley and Don Martin from Leicester has picked Tyrone Barkley and Man of Value. Welcome, Carol. Tracy's playlist.
What it is?
It'll be my playlist done.
I said a man. You see,
Hi, Rochelle. How you doing, mate?
down that road before. You know what I'm talking about. Drinking, drugs. That's not where it's at. See, you got to take care of yourself. Being smart, getting straight. That's what's great.
Sound of Tyrone Barkley, and that was sent in by Kaz Huntley and Don Martin, and it will be played at the Thompson Twins 50th birthday party. Next up,
Back the blues.
this is Johnny Taylor and Blues in the Night from a good friend, me, Johnny Kidd. Brilliant.
When I was a deep pain, my mama told me. A woman of sweet love.
I am cheap, Sean.
She's a great big eyes. When the sweet talk is done. Oh man, let me tell you about a woman. A woman not too afraid. I don't worry something. Who leave you to sing the blues in the night. This is where I travel from. My nights in the mobile, my Memphis the fight zone. When I put my phone in, no,
John Kidd.
I heard me some big talk.
You're welcome, mate.
But love is the one thing that I know.
Out and about.
Who leave you to sing the blues? Leave you singing the blues tonight. Oh, here's our lonesome of women. Blowing the songs of
TeeBee Sunday Soul Show.
my mama told
Johnny Wackett.
she's a son. Now that you hear the lonesome whistle, blowing your songs of sunshine.
Oh, drums. Yeah.
I tell you what, mama told me. Listen.
Love it. There will be a few twists there.
Give me nothing but the blues tonight. Every time I think about when my baby left me, you know what? I get the blues in the night. Oh yeah. It leaves you crying sometimes, but that's alright.
Yeah, the great sound of Johnny Taylor. You ever get a chance to buy Johnny Taylor's albums, you know you're in for some good soul. Absolutely fantastic. Well done to John Kidd for sending that in, and that was Blues in the Night. Next up, from Mr. Edwin Starr, Mark Peachenbury up the front. Sent in by Johnson Mills. Don't play New Year's Eve. I like to spend it at home, Steve.
I'm sending out an SOS because I miss so much.
see my baby, if you see my baby, stop on sight. Yes, I am. From Maine to Mexico. Hey, now. Yeah. I'm gonna tell the FBI. I'm not gonna get myself a secret spot because I love my baby.
I love Kate Hinckley.
So if you see my baby, stop on sight. I lost my baby. I lost my baby.
Next
You can tell her by the way she walks. You can tell her by the way she talks. And you can tell her by the way she smiles. I guarantee you it would drive
Take some glasses, Janet.
see my baby. If anybody see my
Aaron Coulter's sending out SOS.
own son, yes I am. 'Cause I miss my baby so. I don't know where she's going.
Close your eyes, Jim.
But I want you.
One of the great singers ever, Mr. Edwin Starr, and send an SOS. That was sent in by Johnson Mills from up there in Newcastle. This is sent in by Sharon Lewis Corr. I don't know if she's home yet. I hope she is. Family members.
Things you do
That's the
that
title.
make me want you. The smile in your eyes makes me
Are you there, Shads?
feel like I love you. It's the little things you do that make me need you. The first kiss you gave made me your slave forever. Some girls need money to make them content, but all I need, honey, is
Hi, Buzz.
for the rip.
And the questions on the start of the show with me.
Just your love.
You're welcome, Johnson.
It's just the little things you do that make me want you. The way that you dance and then make romance. I love you. It's the little things you do, like holding my hand. It's the little things you do, how you understand. It's the
You're in
little
a bad mood, Janet.
things you do.
Because I forgot to get her anything. It was my fault. I made a mistake, as guys do in this lifetime. Can we forget about things? It's just things like that happen. And she's in a bad mood, so she's not coming to dance. So we'll just keep going with the show. She says she's fine, but she's not. She's in a bad mood with me. But we carry on with the show. Janice Oates complained that I didn't send her thing that said I was putting up the request show on a Sunday. So I tagged her in the request show today, and another couple of people that said the same. So Janice has got her request and she's on, and it's Blanche Carter, Halos for an Angel. Halos for Angels
When I fall in angel,
from Janice Oates.
they say everyone's a fallen angel. I say, if you want me perfect,
Doghouse back.
better let me go, 'cause I am The devil's just one step behind us. They say, no, no, we'll never go where he can't find us. I say, no, it can't be perfect. So take me as I am, your loving girl, or just let me go. Oh, you're so unfair, 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 unfair. Oh, baby, halos are for angels. Oh, baby, God knows I'm no angel.
Loving it, bud. Right. Yeah, halos are for angels. Sent in by Janice Oates, the sound of Blanche Carter. Next up, we have from Mr. Glenn Champion, the Ad-Libs and New York in the dance. Going out to my good friend in New York, Joy Atkins.
Still at the go-go spot, and the moon shining in famous Central Park. When the moon
Chapter 1.
The people, they were frantic, although they didn't panic. They kept on singing songs until the lights came on.
Come on, Georgie.
The city with the great big heart, and the moon shining all around you. See, they were happy as the bees in the dark.
Playing bingo.
In the dark, the people, they were frantic, although they didn't panic. They kept on singing songs until
Next one, Steve.
the city with the great big heart, and the moon shining all I couldn't see. They were happy as the bees in the dark. In the
You're a wanted man. Don Martin. Yeah, the great sound, the Ad-Libs and New York in the Dark. Sent in by Glenn Champion, but going out to my good friend over there in New York City, Joy Atkins. Next up, sent in by my good friend Karen Miller Corder, Jerry Taylor. Out of the box. I know, like, too.